Welcome to Uncaged. Today we're speaking with Renee Dovich, and I'm excited to talk with you, Renee. You are literally at the center of one of the hottest topics right now. Renee is the CEO and owner of CareerEncore, which is a boutique executive search firm focused on startups and SMBs in the high-tech industry serving North America. Would love to just kind of go through a couple other things with you. Tell us a little about CareerEncore and what the business does.
So CareerEncore is, we're an executive search firm. So my clients tend to be tech startups and SMB tech companies. My clients and candidates are nationwide, and we recruit C-level on down through building out their teams. And I do C-level across the board, but my real specialty and niche is within the sales and customer success functions of the company. They're fun to work on, and I just love working with revenue generating leaders.
That's great. And I mean, I can tell you, over the last, I think, CareerEncore has been around for 8+ years. And if you think about the marketplace and the world that you've grown up with and building all these startups and SMBs, recruiting is always key. Talent is always the hot discussion. But I know that you're involved in something pretty interesting here. So tell us a little bit more. You made an announcement on LinkedIn as a founding recruiter of this thing called Forbes.jobs. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, happy to. It's really, really an honor, and I'm super excited about this. So about a month or two ago, I was reached out to by them. The way it was described to me is that Forbes, after doing a lot of research and just hearing just a lot of executives that are unhappy with LinkedIn, they're just kind of looking at it that it's a lot of white noise, just too much going on there. And they've also had feedback from candidates as well as on the company side of working with these large executive search firms like Korn Ferry, for example. Just a lot of dissatisfaction, and these companies don't know where else to turn. They don't know who else is out there, executive recruitment. So Forbes decided to launch a new platform. It's called Forbes.jobs. And they are going out, they're doing their research. They're doing, I was referred to them. So everything is referral based right now. And there's a vetting process, like a 6-step vetting process that you have to go through, where there's multiple interviews. I met with the CS or the CRO quite a few times. They vet you on how much, you have to be doing at least $500,000 in business.
Right.
They look at your P&L. They do a lot of references with your prior customers and current customers to ensure and confirm, that integrity, everything is there, because they are only doing it right now with 50 founding recruiters who they consider the top of the game in their specific niches throughout the United States. So
well, congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great endorsement for you, Renee, and obviously you do a great job. But I mean, tell me now, it's a really interesting time. I know how important executive recruiting is, and I know all of the lovely conversations that you get from both sides, your customers as well as the potential candidates. But tell us a little bit about why what you do is so critical for businesses right now.
Executive talent, they're a critically important revenue generating investment for companies, right? It's important to have the right executive leadership in there. And it kind of boils down to even the cost of an open position, right? If you don't have the right leadership in there, it can lead to missed opportunities, lost revenue for sure. It can lead to employee turnover as well. And your executives are the amplifiers of your company business strategy, and they're the ones that drive that and the culture. So hiring them is having the right people in there, especially, with my clients. I have a lot of clients that, especially the startups and SMBs, where they want to go through high growth mode. So it's important to find those types of candidates that can take their company to where they want to go. An example would be, I had a client looking for a chief revenue officer, and they were looking to go from 15 million to 72 million in 3 to 5 years with a successful exit. and they needed somebody who's been there, done that, who could come in and make that happen for them. So those are the types of individuals that I'm having conversations with on a daily basis. And yeah, they're fun to work with and fun to fill those types of roles with exciting tech startups with disruptive technology.
So I know there's those great days when everything goes perfectly, but then there's all those lovely challenges that you face in business. Tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about the challenges that you face in business today.
Right now, I mean, the economy
Yeah,
across the board, what I'm hearing, all the conversations I'm having, everybody's been kind of holding their budget close. They're pretty much kicking the can down the road to Q2, just kind of hanging tight for Q1 to see what's going to happen. A lot of candidates that I'm talking to are, their feedback to me is either it's really slow, really quiet. They're not seeing a lot out there. And for those roles that they are interviewing for, the process is being dragged out that much longer. So there's a lot of frustration out there for those, especially that are out of work, that are looking. And there's certainly been quite a few layoffs as well.
yeah, it's certainly kind of a changing marketplace, but I think I'm going to be positive. I think we're going to see some good changes here, hopefully, as this year progresses. But Renee, you've been doing this for a while and you are a guru. Forbes has now listed you as one of the top folks in the industry here. So tell me a little bit about what drives that passion for what you do.
I love what I do. I think it doesn't just impact the two parties, right? I mean, I love the feeling of helping people take that next big giant step in their career, right? Maybe they're going from
Yeah,
director to VP level or VP level to C level. And I love that how they're excited about where their life and passion and and what they do for a living is growing. And then I love how I help companies, they're getting that right leader that's going to help them take things to the next level and help them get into high growth. And as they grow, what do? They
yeah.
hire more employees. So, it's kind of like that domino effect and that circle of life. And it's just, I love the impact that I have with all these, so many people's lives. It's fun. It's my way of giving back.
So I'm going to ask you kind of an interesting one because, we certainly have people out there that are going to be watching and listening to this that are looking for jobs. And, what is it that they need to do to get it right? And what is it that they do sometimes that is terribly wrong when they're trying to get a new role?
That's a good question. There's so many different elements to that, right?
Yeah,
Uh, Obviously, resume is a big piece of the pie, and for the types of roles that I'm working on, numbers, having your percentages, having any kind of numbers, how much you brought in, 5 million or whatever it is in business. Numbers are always important to have on resumes.
yeah,
People, in this day and age, you would think that they would. Know how to do like a video interview. But every now and then I'll have feedback about somebody that maybe something behind them that they didn't realize was there, or they're just not dressed. I mean, even though it's a video meeting, you should still dress for success for that and show that
yeah.
level of professionalism. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I think that's really good counsel, Renee. It's almost like it's not just the moment of the interview, it's what's inside the room and then also what's outside the room, i.e., like, what does your LinkedIn look like? Like, what's out there? It's people will look at that stuff. So it definitely matters going forward. Well, listen, here we are in this lovely, lovely, interesting time in 2023. And it's been fascinating for me to see how the year has progressed. Seems like we're seeing companies, early on make cuts that were very predicted, maybe some more cuts right now, some plans and discussions about growth plans going forward. But what's your thought for the rest of the year? What's on the docket for the market?
I mean, I've been doing this over 20 years. I had lived through the dot-com bubble in 2008. And one thing I learned is you just keep your head down and it's going to turn around. It will turn around at some point. I'm hopeful just from conversations that I've been having that things are going to start picking up in Q2. Uh, I I've got to stick to that as well. But some of the conversations I'm having with companies as well as just senior executives. It does look like Q2, Q3, it's going to start turning around. I think Q1, again, just holding the cards close to the chest.
Yeah, no, I think it's really good counsel, and we'll see how it shapes up. And we do know that startups, no matter what, and small to medium-sized businesses need to have great talent. And certainly the talent needs are shifting as we all embrace machine learning and all those fun topics. But Renee, if someone wanted to learn more about Career Encore and what you and the team are doing, where's the best place to reach you?
Well, our website, CareerEncore.com. And people can always reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm open to anybody who wants to network with me. I'm constantly networking. And or email, Renee@CareerEncore.com. Anyone can reach out that way too.
Excellent. Well, it's been great having you on the show today. We've been speaking with Renee Dovich. She is the CEO and owner of CareerEncore, which is a boutique executive search firm focused on startups and SMBs in the high-tech industry serving North America. We've been talking about how this is an interesting market to be in, but certainly as we enter into Q2, there are opportunities, and really making sure that people put their best foot forward so that they seize those opportunities. Renee, thank you so much for being on Uncaged today, and we look forward to having you back.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, man, for having me. I appreciate it.
Cheers.